Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Kamalam Gumusauga and thank you so much for clicking on my video. It really means a lot. If you're returning Sabin Kulu, and if you are new, please take some time to click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And yeah, I sure do hope that you stay and become part of this growing family that is ever so beautiful. Right. So I know I can already see the faces, right? Um, in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to read your menstrual blood, and I sure do hope that you'll be taking notes and that from here on going forth, you'll be able to know what it is that your menstrual blood is indicating, and where do you stand health wise. Right, so let's get right into it. Ladies, the color of your menstrual blood can tell you so many different things about the state of your health, from infections to low progesterone levels. Now, disclaimer, please note that if you're on hormonal birth control, that the color of your blood will definitely be different to a person that's not on birth control. So let's talk about the spleen before I get into the colors of menstrual blood. The spleen's role when it comes to menstruation is for it to convert food into nutrients, QI, and then blood. So the color of your menstrual blood is very dependent on the quality of food that you consume. So I am going to start off with what's normal, right? If you're seeing the color bright red at the beginning of your cycle, then right. Yes. So bright red indicates the easy flow of blood. For me, well, I can tell you this, that it literally feels like you're peeing yourself. It's that flowy, like it feels like a tap has been opened and closed. You know, yeah. Please let me know in the comment section if you can relate. Yes. So at this point, the endometrial lining and blood is being shed, and you can see the endometrial lining with the small clots that you can find in your menstrual cup when you pull out your tampon and you're changing it, as well as on your pad as well. Emphasis on small tissues and small clots. They shouldn't be large, and you shouldn't be feeling any pain with with bright red blood. Dark purple to black menstrual blood is associated with a hormonal imbalance, right? A hormonal imbalance, estrogen dominance, and liver QI stagnation. A hormonal imbalance such as estrogen dominance also results in heavier periods and with period pains as well. So at this point, you will be experiencing, or you'll be witnessing, larger clots and large tissues in your pad or when you pull out your tampon. For a person that's trying to rectify, or a person that's suffering with a hormonal imbalance, that person can undergo what is called an estrogen dominance detox. There are certain foods that you can eat during this detox, and you can alternatively get yourself some liver supplements, and you can try eating correctly as well. This will ensure that your body absorbs the sufficient amount of nutrients that it requires for it to facilitate a free-flowing and peaceful period with less clots, and which is less heavier as well. Gray or orange? Let's start with orange. If you are seeing orange spotting, this can be a combination of cervical fluid and blood, right? But gray, on the other hand, can be very alarming. I suggest that you check that out because that's a possible sign of an infection. Pale pink blood. So if you're seeing pale pink blood, this indicates the following: that number one, you are having digestive issues. Number two, you have a hard time absorbing nutrients, and that your red blood cell level is low and your iron level is low as well. It all goes back to what I have been saying, that this can be fixed through the correct diet. And alternatively, you can buy supplements as well. If you are seeing a dark brown at the beginning of your period, let me start at the beginning of your period. This means that your uterus is expelling old blood that has oxidized, right? And if you are seeing it at the end or towards the end of your period, that means that, hey, you are done. You've made it to the end of your bleeding phase, right? And please remember that the longer blood sits on a panty liner or a pad, it oxidizes, right? So in order for you to get a good quality reading or an accurate reading, I suggest that after you pee, you wipe yourself from the front to the back. That's from the front to the back because we don't want any infections, right? Yes, and that should provide you with the correct reading at any point of your menstrual cycle, right? This is the reason again why I emphasize the need to steam 2 days after you have stopped bleeding, right? Because steam rises up your yoni, it cleans your uterus, so the oxygen rises and it makes it easy for the remaining blood that has oxidized to come out. So yes, I really hope that this video was informative. And if you are showing any signs of an infection, please go see a doctor or your gynae and follow the necessary steps. If you want to order a pack of yoni steaming herbs, you can do so. I'm your plug. And yeah, just please remember that you are not a slave to your biology. The sooner you embrace what you are able to do, the better. Understand it and embrace it. It's not very hard. It's not hard at all, right? So yes, take care of yourself. I will leave my previous videos up. You can click on whichever one that you want to watch, or you can just binge watch, honestly. And yeah, take care of yourself and remember that to love yourself is to heal yourself. Until we meet again in my next video,